remember when I made videos talking about Hasan like last year and how vanilla they seem in comparison to what he's doing now? And even then, Hasan Piker fans were jumping into the comments of my tiny ass channel to tell me what a wholesome guy Hasan actually was. If I just took some time to watch some of his streams, I would see how wholesome Hasan Piker really was. How do you guys feel now? Do you guys still feel like he's a wholesome guy after so many actual live clips and videos that are not edited, not taken out of context, where he's actively calling for the death of people he disagrees with, where he's actively celebrating the death of people like the CEO of the healthcare CEO, celebrating the guy that killed him, his chat putting hearts in his sub-only chat for reading the manifesto of the shooter who took out those two young supporters of Israel. And now we see, and we've really always seen, if you look at the clips that Nuxanor has pulled together, how he treats his dog, which I think he only purchased to have as a stream prop. And I'm not the only person who's said this. He does not care about that dog. There are clips where he said, where people are saying, you know, don't get that breed of dog. They're inbred. They have breathing problems. He goes, I know all of that. I don't care. It's a dog. It's like, dude, why would you purchase a dog that you know has severe inbreeding and medical issues? You know it's going to have a hard life, but you don't care because what's the thing that they go, you know, gotta, the communist with a Gucci bag, you know? You gotta have your Gucci bag and your designer dog, and to hell with the fact that that breed of dog has basically been bred to almost to the point where it's not a viable dog. And he just doesn't care because it's a dog to him. It's a lower, it's not even a pet to him. It's just an object that you have to feed. And the fact that he's just like, oh, the dog is spoiled because my mom lets it roam around the house. It's a dog. It's supposed to roam around the house. Like, my dad never trained his dogs. And even he and his wife put their dogs in a kennel while they were at work. Because they tore up the linoleum. Because they were bored, right? So, like, but you don't kennel or place train your dog to stay in the same spot all the time. Like, he's claiming, oh, I place train my dog. No, you don't. You have turned place training into, like, torture. Because the idea of place training, like Charlie said, is to make a specific spot in the house your dog's, like, awesome, nice spot where it loves to go, right? And instead of that, he's turned it into, no, you must sit here as long as I command you to. It would be like making your child's bedroom into, like, a prison cell and then expecting the child to enjoy staying in its room. Like, what? What are you doing? And the fact that even some of his own chat when he shocked that dog was like, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing? And then he has to lie and be like, no, it's a vibration collar. No, a dog wouldn't yelp like that if it just had a vibration on its neck. That's not how that works. And even listening to XQC's frame by frame, you can hear how quickly between the time he calls Kaya's name and when she yelps, like that yelp is both pain and fear. And a vibration would not cause that. I've been around dogs of all sizes. I've seen people like my dad who don't bother to train their dogs. I have had my best friend and her husband are a lot stricter with their dogs because they got freaking Presa Canario dogs. So they did the shock collar stuff. But even they don't just randomly shock the dog. And I don't even agree with shock collars, even if you're using them, quote, properly. But I've seen many different ways of dealing with many different sizes and breeds of dog. And Hasan just does not care about that dog. He just does. It is literally there to dress up his office. And I would really I would love to see, after the dog shit, after his celebration of the death of Charlie Kirk, after his incitement to unalive 2 sitting senators, all of this, I would challenge any of his fans to come into my comments and tell me how wholesome he is now. Because even if you agree with what he's saying, which if you do, there's something wrong with you, but even if you agree with it, you should be able to admit this is not wholesome what he's saying and doing. If you don't think that what he is doing is inflammatory and completely the opposite of wholesome now, you really do not understand the definition of the word wholesome. And this is going to be interesting, watching what happens. And the fact that he managed to have a reprieve on that Congress hearing yesterday because his good buddy Dan Clancy didn't show up. Surprise, surprise, I wonder why that happened. Is the only thing that's saving him right now. That's it. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.